Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. Ayuna Guru here. It has happened, guys. It is not a drill. Rúben Amorim has been sacked by Manchester United, and we're here to talk about it. What do you think about this? Do you think it's a bad time? Do you believe it was a correct decision? Let me know of your thought in the comment section. Let's dive into it. So, after the lead game, Rúben Amorim gave a press conference. To me, it was a bit bizarre, but basically call out sporting director and the recruitment director in Bervel and Jason Wilcox. And before that, there were leaked WhatsApp messages regarding how these guys asked him to change his formation and to basically adapt, where according to them, he has not adapted fully. And the results are not there, and the team is not improving in their eyes. However, I'm caught in a pickle because I'm one of those who did not believe Rúben Amorim is the guy. However, I don't believe the way they did it is a correct way either, because you don't bring in a manager mid-season, don't back him properly, and then expect him to do miracles. Do I think Rúben Amorim could have done a little bit better if he was a bit more practical, a little bit more adaptable in the beginning, and not lose so many games where he lost a lot of fans that he never actually recovered back? Yes, I think he would have, and he probably would have been in a stronger negotiation position if he had done that than the way this ended for him. And no way of shape or form am I saying Rúben Amorim is a bad coach. I never said that. I just thought he was the bad fit for Manchester United. And I truly believe he's going to go somewhere else and become a good of a coach that I think he is. But he wasn't a good fit for us. The problem I have now is I do not trust this sporting structure whatsoever. INEOS have proven to be very incompetent from all ventures of the sporting business they have been for a long time. Cycling, Mercedes-Benz in Formula One, and Nice, Lausanne. And what was the hope that they would do better at Manchester United? Just simply because Manchester United is bigger, they are in the Premier League. That was the only hope. Everything else points to the fact that this is how they run their football programs. And this is not good enough. Constantly changing managers, constantly not listening to the expert they have hired, or constantly hiring the wrong experts. And in case of Manchester United, that is the case. They hire the wrong experts. I don't want newbies. I don't want people learning on the job as the critical decision makers in my club. I don't know why they gave the job of CEO to Omar Barada when they had Blanc in their ranks already. A guy that was a CEO or president in multiple organizations that he made famous globally. PSG and Juventus. Especially in the case of Juventus, they were a fallen giant after the scandals that sent them into the Serie B. Once they brought him in, he helped rebuild PSG to what they are right now, to the dynasty that they became in Italian football. So why wasn't that guy not the CEO right away for maybe 2 to 3 years? And if you guys want somebody else, you guys can get that person after you stabilize the club. That's number one. Number two, why did you hire that actual justify him 5 weeks or 5 months in? Should have actually listened to him, because of all the people that recognized that Rúben Amorim was not the guy, it was not the ideal fit for the club. He recognized that. But people stepping on each other's toes seem to be the biggest theme right now for this club. Omar Barada stepped on Dan Ashworth's toes and went and got Rúben Amorim when it should have been Dan Ashworth's decision. But they got him anyway, and the only person that recognized that it's going to take a minute for this to work was Dan Ashworth, but he got let go. And then you promote Jason Wilcox, who previously told you to sack Ten Hag because they did not like Ten Hag. And you guys end up keeping Ten Hag. Gave him money, and then decide to sack him mid-season, where your sporting director also said it's not a good idea. That's strike two to me, is that you're not listening to the guy you hired to be sporting director. And every single thing that he warned you that would happen. So how is it that everybody that is still here, that constantly looking at this situation and believe what they're saying when they say Dan Ashworth was not the guy in terms of being a football director, when every other decision they made without him has been critically bad? Jason Wilcox is not at Southampton anymore, and he's trying to run the club like it's Southampton. Manchester United is a global brand, cannot be just run on a budget like INEOS is trying to do. INEOS is expecting a 5-star chef to cook with terrible ingredients. It's not going to work. And sacking a manager after manager is probably not going to work either, because I don't trust you to pick the correct one. Because if you pick the correct one, they're not going to listen to your bullshit. They're not going to allow you to walk into their office and demand they change how they play football. If you pick the correct manager, they will shut that door on your face. Because you're not going to tell Tuchel how to play football. You're not going to tell Nagelsmann how to play football. You're not going to do that. And you're not going to sit there and bullshit them when they say, I need a central midfielder, go get me a central midfielder. You're not going to override them, say, no, you need a striker, and we're going to get you a striker. And in fact, we're going to get you a striker that you don't want. You're not going to be able to do that to Nagelsmann and Tuchel. No way. So my fear is you're going to go get a yes man, a guy that you guys can push around and exert your power because you want to be the guy at Manchester United, which to me is worse. So how is it we find ourselves in the exact same situation we did 2 years ago when you guys were supposed to be different? And the worst part to me is, you guys gave the Glazers a lifeline. That's the worst part to me. You guys gave them a lifeline to where they never going to leave in and out. Because you came in, you stabilized maybe a little bit of finance there. You renovated a training facility. You looking to build a stadium. Where's the incentive for them to leave? Because we're not hemorrhaging money anymore. And you're making even more terrible decisions. So INEOS are just kill our club, in my opinion. Because like I said, they gave Glazers out where they can still own the club and barely do nothing. And they themselves are incompetent when it comes to running sporting adventures. Because they don't win. And they constantly make decisions. And bad decisions is what got us into this mess in the first place. And them not listening to experts that they hired is the reason why we in this bad place. And personally, I'm sick and tired of Jason Wilcox and Omar Barada constantly agreeing with each other and making decisions as the two. This is not Manchester City, and I'm sick and tired of that. How is it you guys went out of your way to overstep a sporting director to hire this guy just to fire this guy? That logic does not make sense to me, especially if you haven't given him all the resources to succeed in his position. You guys are the problem. And that's why I've been saying, if you sack Rúben Amorim, everybody should go. Sir Jim, Omar, Jason Wilcox, Vervel, everybody should go. Because there's no point. We just wasted 14 months for nothing. That's what it is. We wasted 14 months for nothing. All of y'all should go. All right, let me end it here before I even get more pissed off. Because I started not being pissed. But now I'm starting to get heated the more I talk about it. So I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys for watching my channel. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and leave your thought in the comment section below. Do you think it was a good decision sacking Rúben Amorim? Do you think it was a footballing reasons why we sacked Rúben Amorim? And where do we go from here? Leave all of those thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.